Special counsel John Durham has revealed that employees of the research firm Fusion GPS sent journalists hundreds of emails with unverified accusations against President Trump to trigger negative news stories. Mr. Durham was responding to efforts of people with ties to Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign to keep potentially explosive evidence out of his hands during the upcoming trial of a Clinton campaign lawyer accused of lying to the FBI. In a court motion filed late Monday, John Durham said the slew of emails undercuts the assertion of Clinton campaign officials that Fusion GPS's research for them should be protected under attorney-client privilege. The Fusion GPS emails peddled to news outlets, as revealed by special counsel Durham, led to stories including Wall Street Journal article about a President Trump advisor meeting with a former KGB official close to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Washington Post story about a Trump campaign advisor investing in Russia. New York Times and Reuters articles about the FBI investigating a secret communications setup between President Trump and Russia's Alfa Bank. Republicans seized on John Durham's revelations. Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin said the special counsel is exposing the Clinton campaign's political dirty tricks. Mr. Johnson told reporters, "We've known for quite some time what happened here. And what the Durham indictments are just proving is how not only complicit but the Clinton campaign did this. They literally did this. What the Clinton campaign did in terms of political dirty tricks, we are still putting up with the repercussions." Would Vladimir Putin have invaded Ukraine if Trump was still in office? That's an interesting question. Top Clinton campaign officials John Podesta, Robbie Mook and Mark Elias have maintained that Fusion GPS provided legal work that should be rendered off-limits to Mr. Durham's investigation into the origins of the FBI's Trump-Russia collusion probe. They argued in affidavits that Fusion GPS's work was intended to provide legal advice to avoid liability for defamation or libel. According to Mr. Durham, if the material is privileged, then Fusion GPS would have exercised caution before peddling unverified research to reporters. Special counsel Durham wrote in court filings, "If rendering such advice was truly the intended purpose of Fusion GPS's retention, one would also expect the investigative firm to seek permission and/or guidance from the Clinton campaign or its counsel before sharing such derogatory materials with the media or otherwise placing them into the public domain." In other words, if the purpose of Fusion GPS's retention was, as Mr. Elias implies, to determine the bounds of what could and could not be said publicly without committing libel or defamation, then the record would reflect genuine efforts to remain within those bounds. And it would do so confidentially. The dispute over Fusion GPS's activities is whether John Durham can use the information in his case against Michael Sussman, a Clinton campaign lawyer charged with making false statements to the FBI.